Bitcoin and Litecoin update. What's up, guys? Crypto Savvy here. I hope everybody's having a fabulous Monday, and I hope you had a great weekend. We're going to take a look at the charts. First Litecoin, then Bitcoin. Then we're going to take a look at my favorite chart comparison of the Bitcoin daily versus the gold weekly and see where we're at on that, and look at where my invalidation point will be on that. So definitely stick around to the end to check that out. Also, I do want to remind you guys, we have a free Discord. Definitely check it out. It's a great community, best community in crypto, bar none. Also, there's some affiliate links down in the description box below. Check them out if you can use them. That really helps the channel out. If not, that's all right too. Let's get into the charts. All right, guys, as always, I want to start out by saying I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is my opinion and my view of the market only. Anybody that's doing any trading or investing in this market, I suggest you do your own due diligence and your own research, as this market is extremely volatile and risky. Also, keep in mind, it's still a speculative market. Do not put in more than you're willing to lose. And with that being said, if you're new here, you haven't already, definitely hit the subscribe button. That'll get you subscribed to the channel. Tick the notification bell to get you notified when I post new videos. I do post new videos every day. I also do live streams a couple times a week. That'll notify you when I do it. Smash them likes, guys. Leave your comments. Let me know what you think. All right. So, still looking at this as a cup and handle. We're just going to go through the macro, and then we'll take a look at the price action. I still believe this is playing out, guys, and the measured move off that would be measuring off the neckline around the $270 range if we do break the $246 range, or the $146 range. Sorry, guys. All right, so looking at the daily RSI, we have been following this rising channel. We fell out of it in a falling channel, and this looks to be a descending broadening wedge, and I do believe there's a possibility we break above it, come test the top of this channel again, and we'll look at that in the price action. I do want to look at the 4-hour, and if you guys have been watching, you know I had this falling channel drawn in here, and we had measured moves, show you, out of here that got us up to the top of this channel, and we'll look at that in the price action too. But I do believe we'll probably stick around this area for a little bit and then come up and test the top of this bigger falling channel. And the measured move breaking out of this falling channel. And again, guys, this is the RSI, not the price. But that would bring us back up to our highs on the RSI. So definitely looking pretty positive here. Let's look at the price action. See what that's telling us. I still have my targets in here. And I still have my worst case scenario at $62, guys. I do not believe, even in the worst case scenario, that if we break down anymore, I don't see us going past the $62 range ever, in my opinion. But we'll see. I could be wrong. Also, I want to point out this falling broadening wedge that we've been watching. And we had talked about this area right here. And I said if we broke above it, that's right around the 76.50 range. We broke above it and found support. That was a good sign that we would continue up. And if we look at the RSI down here, zoom in a little bit, we have broke this line, and that's why I believe we're most likely headed up to somewhere between the $84 and $85 range. And that being a measured move of this measured move here of this triangle. And I know we broke out of it here. I think that was more of a bear trap. That's why I kept the triangle formation in there. But this looked like more of a bear trap and popped right back in the triangle. Now we've popped above, tested the top for support, got support. So I believe we're headed up to our next target, $85 range. If we were to break down, like I said, the measured move, worst case scenario, gets us down to between the $62 and $64 range. So keep that in mind if we do break down. But I do believe we're heading up towards the $85 range. Let's go into Bitcoin. And we'll take a look at our big targets first, because I do believe this formation here is a big bull flag. If we look at it in the weekly, you know, we can see it's still parabolic. That's why I put that in the thumbnail. We are parabolic, guys. I don't care what anybody says. We could go as low as 77, I have down here, and still be parabolic, even though I highly doubt that, but we would still be parabolic in my opinion. All right, so let's do the first measured move of breaking out of this bull flag. That would be measuring the bull flag as a, and we're moving this down a little bit as we go along, because as you guys know, I've showed you that depending on where we break out changes the target, because that is a descending line on the top of the bull flag. The next measured move would be measuring this as a flag pull to here, and we put that up to, if we were to break out in that area, that gets us up to about the, see, all these are moving now because we're going further off in the targets, but about the 18,000 range. And remember, guys, when we do, if and when, most likely when we break this, we'll be able to get the measured moves a little more accurate, knowing exactly where we break out. The next measured move would be measuring this whole area as the flagpole, and that gets us up to around, that one moves down a little bit now too, right around the 21,300 range, somewhere in there. But like I said, we'll get more accurate if and when we break this top trend line here. Also, I want to point out this thick white trend line here, I call that the trend reversal line. We broke it right here. As you can see, we've got resistance all the way up here, broke it right here, which was in confluence with the support and resistance before the capitulation, and then we came back down, tested for support. I do believe it's possible that this holds and we do not see anything lower. We will take a look at the bearish case scenario though. Let's take a look at the RSI and see what's going on here real quick in the daily. As you can see, I have the two trend lines here that we are staying within. I have this dotted line here, and if we look at, it's a triple bottom on the RSI, so we may be done moving down from here, although we could, you know, come back down, test it again. Worst case, and we'll look at that, the bearish case scenario, we come down and test this trend line one more time. Look at the 4 hour. All right, in the 4 hour, we had some measured moves here, and the first one was the measured move of this falling channel, and this is in the RSI again, guys, so keep that in mind. That helps us call the tops of these, but I still have this trend line up here where I believe we are headed. And then there is another measured move, measuring this as an inverted head and shoulders, which looks like it's playing out, and it broke out here. The measured move of that gets us up to this trend line here. We'll take a look at the price action now. Like I said, we'll look at the bearish case scenario first, which I highly doubt is going to happen, but we have to keep in mind, I think the $95 to $96 range is possible. And if that does not hold, guys, then we would be looking at the $8,600 range. And if that broke, then we're looking at that 77, somewhere in there, is absolute worst case scenario, which would be the bottom of this bull flag, which I honestly, guys, don't think it's going to happen. Too many people are waiting for these lows, I believe, within the next week or two. I hate to put a time frame on it, but eventually here we're going to break this top of this bull flag, and all hell is going to break loose. FOMO is going to set in. The bears will become bulls, in my opinion. So one of my sayings, I like to say, the today's bears are tomorrow's bulls. So if we look at what's going on the 4 hour here, the 200 EMA, we broke it, and looks like we are getting support on the top of it, even though I want to take a look at this. I had this rising wedge drawn here in the blue. This line was right here, and I guess it really doesn't matter at this point. I'm going to move it back down here. Lines up pretty well. Also, I have this white line drawn in here as a resistance line, looking at that as a rising wedge, which is definitely possible, guys, and that would, oops, get that out of here. That would give us a measured move. If we measured this here as a, sorry, I didn't have this one in here, but I want to look at it real quick. If that was a a rising wedge here, and we broke down that the measured move off that's around the $8,800 range. So keep that in mind. I'm going to get rid of that. Trying to keep the charts clean. As stuff doesn't apply anymore, I'll try to take it off the chart, but everything's still applying. Now this one, as you can see, we hit our measured move here almost exactly. I had it at 10,756 for resistance. Now I think it's possible we come back down, maybe test the EMA at around 10.6. Worst case, come down, test the bottom of this blue rising broadening wedge in this area, which would be around the 10,500 range, and then get another bounce if we even get down that low. My next target would be right here around the $11,000 range, which coincides with the rising wedge and this descending broadening wedge that I have drawn in here. And if that was the break, guys, then my next target is 11.5. I still see us going up to this. We'll probably get some resistance right here around 11,000, but I do still think this 11.5 could play out, and I will show you why. We looked at it in yesterday's video, and that's putting this line being our resistance, this line being the support, and we had a triangle here. Let me change the color of that. See it a little better. There you go. Yeah, and the measured move off that would be measuring the width of this triangle, ascending triangle, and where we broke out, and that gets us up to that 11.5 range. It's actually a little bit lower. Let's move it right in the 11.5 range. So yeah, that's still valid, guys. I still believe that's where we're headed. Yeah, that's about it for Bitcoin. Let's look at Bitcoin daily. My end of the year target, $46,000. We're just gonna zip through this. Like I said, worst case scenario, guys, if we broke the 7,700, this would be invalidated, but until then, it's still valid in my opinion. Pattern is a pattern. Check it out. I'm going to click back and forth. You can see why. This is gold on the weekly. That is why that is my target for 46,000 by the end of the year. Still my call. Real quick, we'll go into the RSI. Whoops. Let's see. Going to the weekly. Mind you, we've been watching this on this channel since January, guys. We have followed this. You can check back in the prior videos. We've been following this for quite some time. 2013 bull run followed by the bear market. I have the trend line drawn in here. We had 2 points of resistance before breaking through, starting the bull market. 2017 bull market followed by the bear market. Same trend line. 2 points of resistance before starting the bull market. And I've been pointing out lately that these two areas right here looking very similar. So I am expecting something like this. And I do believe we're probably headed for another couple year bull run at least. So should be damn interesting for the next couple years. Now I want to go into the monthly RSI. We had these two arcs drawn in here. This is 2013 bull market followed by the bear market, each arrow representing a new low in the RSI. And there's 4 of them before starting the next bull market. 2017 bull market followed by the bear market. 4 arrows in the RSI before starting the next bull market. This one may be a lot quicker than this arc I've drawn here, but we will keep an eye on it. That's why I do daily updates. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and get something out of it. If you do, definitely hit the subscribe button, the Crypto Savvy logo above my head. That'll get you subscribed. Tick notification bell to get you notified when I post new videos. Smash those likes. Leave your comments. Let me know what you think. And I will see you tomorrow. Or no, maybe not. I forgot. I might not be able to post the update tomorrow. I'll let you know. I'll try to do a live stream tonight. Take it easy, guys.